Hi, my name is Kelsey Potts, and I'm going to be talking about my Lab 5 results for Organic Chemistry 2 through Barton. For this lab, there were 5 different compounds that were tested, and 10 drops of HCl and 5 drops of Benedict solution were added to each of these compounds. So, the compounds that were tested were fructose, lactose, maltose, dextrose, and sucrose. And they were then put into a hot water bath in order to see if there was a color change. And then the color change can show if they contain an aldehyde group. So fructose changed from a light blue to a dark red, which showed that it had many aldehydes. Dextrose turned pinkish red, which showed that it had reducing sugars. Maltose turned orange, which shows that it has reducing sugars. Lactose turned yellow, which is also positive for having reducing sugars, but there was not a significant amount of aldehydes. And then sucrose stayed light blue like how it was before we put it into the hot water bath, so that showed that it was non-reducing. And I have a picture of my results. So those were what happened after they were in the hot water bath for about 5 minutes. And I also have written out the structures for these sugars. So for fructose, we found that it was reducing, and the Fisher representation looks like this. And then there's also the IUPAC name. And then here is lactose, as well as the IUPAC name. They're very long. Here is maltose and the IUPAC name. Dextrose is down here in the structure and the IUPAC name. And then sucrose is here and the IUPAC name. And sucrose was the one that we found was non-reducing. And if you look at the structures for these carbohydrates to be qualified as reducing sugars, they should have an americ carbon, which is a carbon that is derived from the carbonyl C compound, so that would be your aldehydes or ketones. And in most of these cases, we had aldehydes. And yeah, that was my Module 5 lab video explanation.